There's a strange kind of freedom that comes the moment you stop trying to control everything. You stop clinging to the what-ifs and what might go wrong, and suddenly life begins to move. Worry, for all its noise, is like a cage made of shadows. It keeps you stuck in a future that doesn't even exist yet, stealing away the calm and strength you already carry within. But when you begin to let go, when you choose to trust the rhythm of life instead of wrestling with it, something powerful happens. The current shifts. Life, in its quiet wisdom, starts aligning with you, not because you forced it, but because you finally made space for it to flow. In this video, I'm going to share 7 timeless Buddhist lessons, gentle but powerful teachings that can help you step out of the grip of worry and into the peace that's been quietly waiting for you all along. Fear is a seed. Plant it, and it grows. In Buddhist thought, the energy you carry within becomes the world you see outside. Fear isn't just an emotion, it's a lens, and the more you look through it, the more distorted your reality becomes. The irony is this: when you fear something deeply, you begin to live as though it's already true. You unconsciously breathe life into it. Imagine this: you're afraid of losing your job. That fear seeps into your actions. You hesitate, second guess, shrink. That anxiety, it clouds your judgment. You may even start to withdraw, and without meaning to, you drift toward the very outcome you feared. The same is true in relationships. Fear of abandonment can make us cling or doubt, and that very tension can push others away. It's not fate working against you, it's fear working within you. Buddhism teaches that the mind is like soil. It doesn't judge what you plant. Whether you sow seeds of fear or seeds of calm, the mind will help them grow. But you are the gardener. You choose what takes root. This doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means shifting your attention away from fear and toward presence. When fear rises, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me build peace or feeding panic? You are not powerless. You are the creator of your inner landscape, and when your inner world changes, your outer world begins to reflect it. Let go of fear and watch how life begins to soften, open, and flow in ways you never expected. True strength is found in surrender. In today's world, we're often told that strength means control. Control your time, control your success, control the outcome, push harder, plan more, hold on tighter. But Buddhist wisdom offers something radically different and far more freeing. It tells us that real strength isn't about gripping tighter, it's about letting go. Not giving up, but giving over the illusion that we can shape every moment, every person, every outcome with our will alone. Surrender in the Buddhist sense is not weakness. It's a sacred release. It's the art of doing what you can and then stepping back with trust, allowing karma and life's natural flow to unfold. Picture holding water in your palm. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it slips away. But if your hand is open, the water stays. That's surrender, not passive, not careless, just open. It's a quiet confidence that says, I've done my part. Now I trust life to meet me halfway. When we stop interfering, something beautiful happens. Our energy returns. Our mind becomes clear. We start noticing opportunities we were too anxious to see before. Help arrives from places we didn't expect. Life begins to work with us, not against us. Buddhism teaches that surrender is not an end. It's a beginning. It's the start of true freedom. And in that freedom, you don't lose power, you discover it. Anxiety belongs to tomorrow, peace belongs to now. Buddhist wisdom reminds us of a simple truth. Anxiety cannot exist in the present moment. It lives in the mind's projections. What might happen? What could go wrong? What we fear is coming. But none of that is real. It's all a movie playing in the future. When you feel anxious, notice where your mind is. It's racing ahead, building stories, spinning scenarios, dragging you into a world that doesn't yet exist. A world of what-ifs and maybes. And while you're there, you miss the only place life truly exists. Right here, this moment, this breath is your home. And in this space, you are okay. You are breathing. You are grounded. You are enough. Buddhism calls this practice mindfulness, the gentle act of returning to now. And every time you return, you weaken anxiety's grip. Because in the present, there is nothing chasing you, no future to fear. Only this still, quiet second where life is unfolding, one breath at a time. The mind may roar, but the present moment whispers. And the more you listen, the more you realize. Peace isn't something you find out there. It's already within you, buried beneath the noise, waiting to be remembered. The burden of imagined fears. So much of what weighs on our minds never even happens. Buddhist wisdom offers a quiet, powerful reminder. Our greatest source of anxiety often isn't reality, it's imagination. We worry, stress, and lose sleep over scenarios that never unfold. We carry fears like invisible stones in our backpack, dragging them through each day, even though most of them never come to pass. Why does this happen? Because the human mind is like a novelist that never stops writing. It scripts endless what-ifs, painting vivid pictures of problems that don't exist yet and maybe never will. It warns us of disasters, heartbreaks, and failures that live only in thought, not in the present moment. Think about it. How many times have you braced for a difficult conversation that ended up being fine, or feared the worst about a situation that resolved itself peacefully? The storm rarely arrives the way we imagined it, and often it doesn't come at all. This is the trap of worry. It distorts scale. It brings distant fears so close that we start reacting to illusions, as if they're truths. Buddhism teaches us just because a thought appears doesn't mean it deserves belief. The mind can create stories, but we don't have to live inside all of them. So the next time you catch yourself spiraling into anxiety, pause. Ask yourself gently, is this actually happening? Or is this just a thought? Often you'll realize you've been fighting shadows, not substance. Freedom begins when we return to this moment. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now. Let the imagined fears dissolve. What's real is often far gentler than what we fear. And when you stop living in the mind's predictions, life starts to feel lighter, clearer, and much more peaceful. Control blocks. Faith. Here's a truth that's hard to swallow, yet deeply freeing. You can't hold the steering wheel and still believe the road will carry you. Buddhism reminds us that control and faith are like two travelers heading in opposite directions. The more tightly you grip control, the further you drift from trust, and the more deeply you trust, the more you must let go. Trying to micromanage every part of your life is like saying to the universe, "I don't believe you'll take care of me." It's a subtle but powerful form of fear. The fear that without your constant supervision, everything will fall apart. But has that control ever truly brought peace? Often, the more we try to dominate outcomes, the more tangled we become in anxiety, tension, and fatigue. Control might give the illusion of safety, but it's often driven by a quiet panic underneath. Faith, on the other hand, isn't passive. It's powerful. It whispers, "I've done what I can. Now I trust the unfolding." It allows you to take action without being enslaved by the result. It welcomes mystery. It believes in timing you can't control and outcomes you may not fully understand. Yet Buddhist teachings call this the release of attachment. You act with intention, but you surrender the obsession with how things must turn out. Like placing a seed into the soil, you water it, nurture it, but you don't yank at it to speed its growth. Real growth takes trust in unseen roots. Ask yourself, are you holding on so tightly that you've forgotten how to breathe? Are you trying so hard to force a future that you've stopped believing in life's quiet intelligence? Letting go isn't giving up. It's showing up fully and then allowing life to meet you in its own way. That's where faith begins. And with it, peace. Letting go is how you begin to grow. Worry has a quiet way of shrinking your world. It starts subtly. A few cautious thoughts, a bit of over-planning, a fear of what might go wrong. You tell yourself you're just being careful, but over time that carefulness becomes a cage. You begin to shrink without noticing. You shrink your goals because they feel too uncertain. You shrink your voice because you fear judgment. You shrink your heart because it's safer not to risk being hurt. Worry doesn't protect, it restricts. It's like walking. You shift your focus to what's truly yours, your thoughts, your choices, your kindness, and release what was never meant to be held so tightly. Picture this. You're in a river. The more you try to cup the water in your hands, the faster it slips through your fingers. But when you relax, when you float, the river carries you. That's the essence of surrender. The more you release the grip of fear, the more room you make inside yourself for courage, for creativity, for joy. Letting go is expansive. It's bold. It invites you back into the present where life is actually happening. Not in the what-ifs, but in the right now. Ask yourself, how much energy do you spend each day worrying about things you can't control? And what if you poured that same energy into creating, into connecting, into trusting? When you stop trying to force life into your blueprint and begin to dance with its rhythm, something beautiful happens. You feel supported by something greater, the natural wisdom of existence itself. Letting go isn't weakness, it's bravery. It's the strength to stop shrinking and the courage to start living with an open heart. Take a breath, feel the weight lift, and remember, you don't need to hold it all. Freedom begins the moment you choose to let go. Life begins to flow when you step aside. One of the most powerful yet often overlooked truths in Buddhist teaching is this: life functions best when we stop trying to control every inch of it. The more we meddle, the more resistance we create. The more we grip, the more chaos we invite. But when we learn to step back, not out of neglect, but from a place of trust, something extraordinary begins to happen. Life starts moving on its own, with a rhythm far wiser than our plans. Yet this idea can be deeply unsettling. We've been taught from a young age that control equals safety, that without constant effort, correction and micromanagement, everything will collapse, so we interfere. We often overthink conversations, worry about problems that haven't happened, and chase results that aren't ready. We try to insert ourselves into every detail, convinced that if we don't take control, things will fall apart. But this constant interference creates tension instead of ease. It drains our energy, clouds our thinking, and leaves us feeling exhausted, trying to manage things that were never fully in our hands to begin with. Buddhism shows us another way, a gentler, wiser path. It teaches that when we let go of the urge to interfere, we allow life to unfold with its own natural rhythm. Just as a river finds its way around rocks and bends, your life too can move forward if you stop blocking it with fear and control. Think back to the times you tried to force something, a job, a relationship, a decision, only to watch it break apart. And now remember the moments when you took a breath, surrendered, and allowed things to flow. How often did those situations resolve more smoothly than expected? Your worry, your urge to control, your overthinking, they're like stones thrown into a calm stream. They stir the water, making it cloudy and chaotic. But when you remove the need to control, the current flows freely again. Life works the same way. Trying to control everything doesn't make life safer, it just makes it harder. It turns possibilities into pressure, and often, in trying so hard to make things happen your way, you unknowingly block better outcomes that might have come if only you had let go a little. So how do you begin to let go? Start by simply observing. Notice when you're holding on too tightly, when you're constantly checking your phone for a reply, going over the same decision again and again, or trying to rush a person or situation that isn't ready to move. In those moments, pause and ask yourself, what if I loosened my grip? What if I did what I could and let the rest unfold on its own? Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It simply means you learn to act where it truly matters and release what doesn't. You plant the seed, you water it, but you don't pull on it every day hoping it will grow faster. Growth, whether in life, relationships, or dreams, has its own pace, and when pushed, it gets harmed. Imagine softly holding a butterfly in your hand. If you close your fingers in fear, trying to keep it, you'll crush it. But if you keep your palm open, it may stay longer or even come back after flying away. The same is true for your goals, your relationships, and your peace of mind. They need space to breathe. The tighter you try to hold them, the more they slip away. But when you let go with trust and openness, they begin to grow naturally. And in that space, something powerful unfolds, a quiet shift, a gentle change. That's when life starts to support you, and the right people begin to appear. The right timing appears on its own. Solutions start to show up without being pushed or forced. You stop feeling like the whole weight of the world is on your shoulders. Your energy becomes lighter, your breathing grows deeper, and your heart begins to relax. And then you realize that what you feared wouldn't happen without your constant control was never something you were meant to force in the first place. At the root of our need to interfere is usually fear. Fear of failing, of losing, or of not being enough. But here's the deeper truth. Life doesn't expect you to be perfect. It asks you to trust. A calm and steady trust in your path as it unfolds. You're not meant to direct every moment. Sometimes your only role is to show up fully, do your part, and let the story form on its own. So, pause for a moment and think about one area of your life where you might be trying to control things too much. Is it a conversation you keep replaying in your mind? A decision you're rushing out of fear? Or a dream you're gripping too tightly while trying to control every detail? Ask yourself gently what it would look like to let go here, not out of carelessness, but from genuine trust. Because the moment you loosen your hold, you create space. And in that space, life begins to move. That's when the unexpected arrives. That's when synchronicities line up, when grace finds you, when you start to feel supported not just by your own effort, but by something larger than you. Buddhism softly reminds us that we're not here to conquer life, but to live in harmony with it. Life isn't a machine to control, it's a flow to move with. You can't still the ocean, but you can learn to ride its waves. You can't command the tide, but you can align with its rhythm. Every teaching you've heard so far has been quietly preparing you for this simple truth. When you hold on too tightly, you create tension. But when you let go, you create freedom. And what you stop trying to control often begins to grow on its own. You don't need to have everything figured out. Just take one honest step forward, breathe deeply, and release the idea that your grip is what keeps the world together. Let today be the start of a softer way of living. Let go of one worry, trust one unknown, and see what opens up for you. Because when you stop pushing, you start receiving, and when you stop interfering, life begins to move. Gently, wisely, and in your favor, not against you, but with you. Conclusion. Life isn't a fight to win, it's a rhythm to move with, and the more you try to control it, the more you miss the quiet beauty that comes from trust. Buddhism doesn't ask you to stop caring or walk away from your responsibilities. It simply invites you to care with clarity, act with presence, and let go with peace, encouraging you to release the burdens that were never truly yours to carry. It asks you to loosen your grip, let go of the fear, and make space for life to unfold in its own natural and beautiful way. So, as you move forward, remember that you don't need to have all the answers, and you don't need to fight against the current. Your strength comes not from control, but from alignment. Take a deep breath, trust the timing of your journey, and know that when you stop interfering, you begin to live with more clarity, peace, and purpose. If this message touched your heart, please give the video a thumbs up, as it really helps support the growth of this channel. Subscribe for more reflections inspired by Buddhist wisdom and timeless teachings. And if you know someone who feels overwhelmed or stuck trying to figure everything out, share this with them. It might be the gentle reminder they need. Leave a comment below and share one thing you're ready to stop interfering with. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until we meet again, breathe deeply, trust fully, and move gently with life.